Hello everyone, welcome to MathsGenii. This is Sanyukta Sharma and you are watching part 3. So in this part we are going to look at the past year questions from 2019 and 2020. I have segregated them chapter wise. So we are going to look at the past year questions from chapter triangle, trigonometry, AP and probability. So let's quickly start with all the questions that had appeared for the chapter triangle. Before that, I would like to quickly explain one concept. So, if a line parallel to one side of the triangle intersects the other side of the triangle, then the line divides these two sides proportionally. What does that mean? If in a triangle, the two parallel lines, for example, here DE is parallel to BC. So, according to this property, what do I understand is AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC. So this is the property that you're going to use in the question that had appeared in 2020. This question is very simple if you have understood the property. Now carefully look at the diagram. So in the diagram, concentrate on triangle BPA. BPA. In this triangle, what is given to me? DC is parallel to AP. This is given to me, right? See here, it is given to me. So what does that mean? Therefore, I just showed you the property. What does that mean? In triangle BPA, DC and AP we are looking at. So what does that mean? Is BC BC upon CP will be equal to BD upon DA, right? This was one triangle that I told you to look at. Now look at the second triangle. Look at triangle BCA. Look at the triangle BCA. This is BCA. Look at this triangle. What is the condition given to me for this triangle? See the condition. DE is parallel to AC. This is given to me. Whatever is given, I'm going to use that. DE is parallel to AC. So what does that mean? What can I write? DE upon EC is equal to BD upon DA. So when you carefully look at these two conditions that have obtained, if you look at 1 and 2, so from 1 and 2. See, this is also BD upon DA. This is also BD upon DA. Correct? So with this, what can I conclude? That this and this is equal. Hence proved. Look at the question. This is what you wanted to prove. BE upon EC is equal to BC upon CP. So simple. Let's move on to the next question. Now look at this question. In triangle, in the figure, D and E are equal and a ratio is given to you which is equal. He says AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Prove that BAC is a isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle meaning is what? Two sides should be same. So I have to prove isosceles triangle. I have to prove two sides should be same. So I have to prove at the end that two side AB should be equal to AC. I have to prove this. Okay. Now how will I prove? Very simple. This condition is given to me. AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. Now apply the reverse of what we had applied in the previous question. This is given to me. The meaning is that line DE is parallel to line BC. Very simple. Now what does this mean according to corresponding angles? Angle D is equal to angle B and angle E is equal to angle C. because these are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. Okay, this I've proved. And also something is given to me. In the question he has given to me, see this sign and this sign. In the question he says that D is equal to E. This is given to me. Now what I can say, students, from this, if D is equal to E, if D is equal to E, can I say B is equal to C? Of course I can say that. If D is equal to E, so instead of D I am writing here B, because from here, and instead of E I am writing C. So B and C are also equal. So now if B and C are equal, so side opposite to B, side opposite of equal angles are equal. So now I'll just erase for confusion, to avoid this confusion. Now look at angle B. Opposite side of angle B is AC. Opposite side of angle C is AB. So if B and C are equal, then AB and AC are also equal. What property I have applied? Side opposite to equal angles are equal. Side opposite, this is the property. Side opposite to equal angle is equal. So therefore side opposite to B was AC and side opposite to C was AB. Therefore it is a isosceles triangle. Hence proved. Okay. Going to the next question. This is about area of triangle. So area of triangle. How to find it? There's a shortcut formula. Area of triangle formula is half into mod of, what is the formula? Half into mod of, look at the formula, how you have to remember, x1 x1 y1 y1. Okay, till here it's clear. Then how will you remember the next part? Write minus everywhere. Now the next part, x1 is already done, right? x2 is already done, right? x3, same way y2 and y3. Now look here, we have x1, so we have in the question, this is minus 5 7, this is minus 4 minus 5, and this is 4 and 5. So can I say this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, and this is x3 y3. Now what I'm going to do is just substitute. Half into mod of, I'm just going to substitute the values. What is your x1? x1 is minus 5, minus, what is your x2? x2 is minus 4, x2 is minus 4. Then again x1, I'm just substituting according to the formula. Am I doing something new? No, I'm just substituting according to the formula. Now solve this ahead. Minus minus plus, minus 5 plus 4, minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1, minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9, 7 minus minus plus, 7 plus 5 12, 7 minus 5 2. Then how to solve this? Pay careful attention on how to solve this. First cross this and then cross multiply this. So half as it is outside, minus 1 into 2 minus 2, and always when you cross, minus sign should be there in between. 12 into minus 9, 12 into minus 9, minus 108. So minus 2, minus into minus, plus 108. 108 minus 2, 106. See, step by step in detail, I have found out the area of triangle. So for that, you will need to remember this formula and how to solve this. It's just substitution. Okay. Now let's look at the other question that has come from triangle again. Very simple and very short question. He's saying triangle ACB is 90 degree and CD is perpendicular to AB. Prove that this. So there is a property, students, that you need to remember. I am writing the property line by line. Okay. This is the property for altitude in the right angle triangle. Firstly, this is the property for altitude in right angle triangle. Okay. What is the property? The altitude. This is the altitude. CD is your altitude. In this question, CD is your altitude. When the altitude to hypotenuse. This is your hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is what? Side opposite to 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So this is your hypotenuse. This line is your hypotenuse. So altitude is coming on hypotenuse. Altitude is dividing hypotenuse. So it divides the triangle in two similar triangles. Okay. This property you will use when you see something like this, an altitude, and it is falling on hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is side opposite to 90 degree. So in this question, this was hypotenuse. So you have altitude, you have hypotenuse, which means you can say that two triangles are similar. Which two triangles are similar? ADC. Look at this carefully. How am I writing? ADC is similar to CDB. Triangle ADC. How is the similar symbol like this? Is similar to triangle CDB. According to this, can I write one thing? That AD upon DC is equal to CD upon DB. So can I cross multiply now? AD into DB. And look at this. CD into DC is CD only. I can say CD and DC is same. So DC into CD is CD square. Okay, same. CD into CD, CD square. Hence proved. This is what I wanted to prove. CD square is equal to BD into AD. Now last question from the chapter triangle. Here again there are a lot of triangles, so don't get confused. We will go one by one. So consider first consider triangle ACQ. Consider triangle ACQ. Where is A? Where is C? Where is Q? So ACQ. I'm going to apply Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is what? Hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. What is the hypotenuse in this? Side opposite to 90 degree. So side opposite to 90 degrees here. So what is the opposite side? AQ. AQ square. And then remaining two sides. AC square plus QC square. This done. Now let me erase this. Now let's look at other triangle. Triangle number 2. Look at triangle BPC. BPC. Now what is the side opposite to 90 degree? BP. So BP square. Now what are the remaining two sides in BPC? BC and PC. Okay. Now look at the third triangle. Now look at the bigger triangle. Triangle QPC, the smallest one. Triangle QPC. So in this triangle, what is the hypotenuse? QP. QP square. And what are the two remaining sides? Okay. Now only one last triangle is remaining, which is the bigger triangle ABC. ABC. What is the hypotenuse side opposite to 90 degrees? So in this, AB is your, in triangle ABC, AB is your hypotenuse. And what are the remaining side? BC plus AC square. Now I have taken out Pythagoras theorem for all the four triangles that were present in the figure. Now look at the question. In the question, AQ square plus BP square. So AQ square is in this and BP square is in this. So what I'll do is I will add both of these. I will add both these equations. Adding 1 and 2. So AQ square plus BP square is equal to AC square plus QC square plus BC square plus PC square. Okay. Now I'll add 3 and 4. How did I understand that I have to add 3 and 4? Because again, go in question. AB plus PQ. So AB is in 4 and PQ is in 3. So I'm adding AB and PQ. So adding this and this together. AB square plus QP square is equal to whatever is on this side. BC square plus AC square plus QC square plus CP square or PC square, same thing. Now compare BC square here, okay. AC square here, QC square here, PC square here. So this is equal. So you see your RHS is equal. So can I say if this and this is equal, then this and this will also be equal? So I'm writing AQ square plus BP square is equal to AB square plus QP square. Remember formula. So this is sine, this is cos, this is tan. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Now how to remember this? There's a rhyme that I've made. Okay, if you have not seen it, you can see it in the trigonometry video. OH, AH, OA. Repeat after me. OH, AH, OA. OH, AH, OA. So here you just have to do opposite. O upon A. So you have to write A upon O. Reverse it. A upon H. Reverse H upon A. Reverse this. Okay. So this was your revision. Now let's look at what the question is asking me all about. He's saying the rod AC. AC is a rod of TV disc antenna fixed at a right angle triangle. Whatever, I'm not concerned. Now let's jump on the numbers. If AC is 1.5, if AC is 1.5, okay, and CD is 3. So CD is saying is 3. And did he say anything? Right angled at AB. So this must be my right angle. This is my right angle. Correct. So students, it is a common sense that I know two sides. I don't know the third side, and I know it is a right angle. Right angle, what thing should click in your mind? Hypotenuse. Right angle, One thing that should click in your mind as soon as you see right angle is hypotenuse. So let's apply the Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem I taught you? Hypo square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square. What is the hypotenuse in this? Side opposite to 90. So side opposite to 90 is what? 3. Side opposite to 90 is this, no? This is 90. Opposite to this. Opposite to this. Opposite to 90 is 3. So 3. Then remaining two sides. 1.5 and side 2 I don't know. Side 2 I don't know. So side 2 name is AD. Now 3 square is 9, correct? 3 square is 2225, but here you have a point and here you have square, so two decimal points. So decimal point will come here, 2.25. So 1.5 square is 2.25 plus AD square, correct? Now AD square is equal to 9 plus 2.25 goes here, becomes minus. So 9 minus 2.25 is 6.75 is equal to AD square, correct? Now students, there is a problem here, correct? I showed you because you should not do this mistake in the exam. So this part I'm keeping and I'm not erasing. Look here, 3 square is equal to 1.5 square. I'm just writing that step again. Students, can I write 1.5 as 3 upon 2? Yes, I can write it. When you divide 2 by 3, so ones are, here you'll have to take point. So you'll have to take a 0. Then you will take 5s are minus 10. So when you divide 2 by 3, you get 1.5. So hence, can I write 3 upon 2 in place of 1.5? Yes, I can write. Why I have written that also I've shown you, because it will come in decimals like this and it will create a problem for you. So 3 square 9, 3 square 9, 2 square 4 plus AD square. AD, you will not find such detailed explanation in a lot of videos. So plus will go that side, becomes minus. 9 4s are 36. 36 minus 9 gives you 27 upon 4 is equal to AD square. Square goes that side, becomes square root. Can I write 27 as 9 3s are? Square root of 9 is 3 and remain, so this 9 goes outside, becomes 9 goes outside, becomes 3, and square root of 3 as it is 4. Root 4 is how much? 2. So AD you have got this. But this is not what you had to find. This is not what you had to find. What did you have to find in the question is tan theta. Now go back to my revision. Tan theta is OA. OA. Now how you understand what is O, what is A, what is H? This is theta, right? Always take theta as the reference. Side opposite to theta is opposite side. So what is the opposite side of this? This is O. Side opposite to 90 degrees always hypotenuse H. Whatever is remaining side after O and H is A. Correct? So you had to find tan theta according to the question. Tan theta formula is OA. So O is what? 1.5. And A, how much you calculated? A, this you calculated, right? This is 3 root 3 by 2. Again, decimal is creating problem. Can I write in place of 1.5, 3 upon 2 I'm writing? I just showed you why. Now 2 gets cancelled. 3 gets cancelled. Your answer remains as 1 upon 3. So this is your answer. So first part of the question is over. Second part is sec theta plus cosec theta. Oh my god. Sec theta plus cosec theta. Not to worry. You have the formula here. Sec theta plus cosec theta. Sec theta formula is h upon a. Let's go and quickly find sec theta. Sec theta plus cosec theta is asked in the question. I just showed you what is the formula of sec theta. It is h upon a. Let's see what is the formula of cosec theta. Cosec theta formula quickly. It is h upon o. H upon O. Okay. What is your H? H is 3. H is 3. What is your A? We just found out A is 3 root 3 upon 2. What is your O? O is 1.5. But in place of 1.5, I'm writing 3 upon 2. Correct? So what I'm going to do is 3 into this division. When's become multiplication, you have to reverse the denominator. So this will get reversed. Plus 3 into this division, when reversed to multiplication, becomes opposite. Okay. So what you can see from this question is 3 gets cancelled. 3 gets cancelled. Can I take 2 common? What remains here? 1 upon root 3 plus as it is. What remains here? Nothing. When you take 2 common, nothing remains. So 1. So this is your overall answer. You can take a screenshot of this if you want a complete. So this was your concept. This was your first step. This was your tan theta. And this was your second step. You can take a zoomed picture of the question as well. Okay. A very detailed explanation I've given for this question. Let's look at the next question. Very, very easy question. This is, I hope you remember one formula. I hope you remember one formula, which is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So students, I know this formula. What I can see here is sine plus cos. Can I see square here? No. So I'll introduce square. I will say squaring. So I'll first copy the question. I have to prove that this is equal to this. So first part of the question I'm copying and I'm squaring it. Squaring both the sides. So when you square, what you will get is sine theta plus cos theta whole square is equal to root 3 square. Okay, when you square, you get this. So this I'm using a plus b the whole square formula here. What is the formula? A square plus 2ab plus b square. So a is sine theta. So sine theta square plus 2 into a is sine theta, b is cos theta plus b square. So cos theta square is equal to root and square gets cancelled. So remains 3. Now students, now is the time to use the formula. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So here plus 1 goes that side, becomes minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So you cancel 2 and what remains is sine theta cos theta is equal to 1. Correct? If you don't want to cancel 2, what you can assume is, if you're getting confused, this 2 and multiply goes that side. Correct? This 2 and multiply goes that side. 2 to cancel remains 1. So first part of the question I'm done. Okay? First part of the question is done. Now second part of the question. Tan theta plus cos theta is equal to 1. Tan theta plus cos theta plus cot theta. Question is tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 1. We have to prove this. Correct? So I know one formula that tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. I know one more formula which is cot theta is equal to opposite, sine cos theta upon sine theta. correct, is equal to 1. Now I'm doing cross multiplication. Sine into sine, sine square, plus cos into cos, cos square, and denominators multiplication happens, right? This is how you do it. Let me send this entire term in division. When goes that side becomes multiplication. Anything into 1 is that term itself. And we just saw formula. What was that? Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So sine theta into cos theta. It's the same. Cos theta into sine theta is same as cos theta into sine theta. Now look at this. Now look at this. Sine into cos 1, sine into cos 1. I have proved that these two are equal. Correct? You can take a screenshot. Let's move on to the next question. Already diagram is given to you. And what is he asking? To find the height of the tower. Okay. So what is the height of the tower? Remember that in the last question I had taught you sine, cos, tan. And what is the song that I taught you? OH, AH, OA. OH, AH, OA. Okay. So now in these type of questions, I usually take tan. You can take anything. You can use it from sine also, from cos also, but I usually take tan. Okay. So now we are going to use tan formula. Now there are two triangles in this. There are two triangles. One is the small triangle, which is B, um, which is OCB. This is your 30-degree, right? This is your H given, and this I don't know, so I'm writing here as X. Correct? Now I'm going to apply tan theta formula for this triangle first. What is tan theta formula? O upon A. So before that, we have to find what is O, what is A. So whatever opposite to theta, what is your theta in this? 30. So whatever opposite to 30 is your O. So this is your O. Whatever opposite to 90-degree is your H. And whatever is remaining is your A. So what is your O? Here it is H, height. What is your A? A is I don't know. A is X. So when you go to your trigonometry table, see the value of tan 30. Pause the video, check the value of tan 30. It is 1 upon root 3. Okay, this is the first equation I've got. Now look at the big triangle. Look at this triangle. AOC. In triangle AOC. So 45 degrees there. Let me draw this triangle for you to avoid confusion. Okay. AOC is given. Then what is AC? Not given. Okay. What is OC? OC, I just said OC, I'm taking as X. And what is AO given as 6 and H. So AO, see this carefully. AO, this is 6 and this is H. 6 and H. So can I say that AO is 6 plus H? So can I say that AO is 6 plus H? Of course I can say that. Again. And what is C angle? Angle C in this big triangle is 45. Again I am applying the same formula. Tan theta is equal to OH OA. Then theta is how much? 45. Again you will have to find what is O, what is A. So side opposite to theta is always O. Side opposite to 90 is always H, and remaining side is A. So your O is 6 plus H. What is your A? A is X. Pause the videos. Look at the table, trigonometry table. What is the value of tan 45? It is 1. So 6 plus H is equal to X. So can I send this x here? 1 into x. 1 into x is x. X is equal to 6 plus h. Now go back to what I have. What I have is two equations. So students, when you look at this, I'm going to cross multiply x into 1x and root 3 into h, root 3h. Now what I'm going to do is, in place of x here, can I write root 3h? Of course, because x is equal to root 3h and h is what I want to find. So what I'm going to do is 6 I'm keeping here. So h I'm bringing one side, plus h goes here, minus h I'm taking common. So if I take h common from here, it remains root 3 minus, and from here if you take h common, what remains is 1, because nothing is remaining. H is equal to 6 upon multiply, comes down, becomes divide. Okay, so here is your answer if you want to keep it till here. Okay, if you want to solve it further, you can always substitute the value of root 3 is equal to 1.73 given in the question. Okay, so this question was a little lengthier question, but what I did is I divided this big triangle into two triangles, BOC and AOC. And what did I apply? Tan theta formula. So I'm keeping the question. If anyone wants to take the question's entire screenshot and zoom it later and see, you can. Okay. Now let's look at the next question from the chapter trigonometry. Again, a very interesting question. And in a boat is rowing away from a lighthouse. So let me draw a lighthouse first. Lighthouse is always like this, vertical in between the sea, right? So a man is rowing away. Okay, he's rowing away from the lighthouse. Then he's saying the lighthouse height is 100 meters. So let me write the lighthouse height is 100. Then he says that it takes 2 minutes to change. We'll look after this afterwards. Then the angle of elevation is 60 and 30. So firstly, angle of elevation is always upward looking. So it's 60 and 30. Okay, he's saying it's 60 and 30. And this of course is a right angle. Okay, let me name it as A, B, C, D. Okay. So let's get started. Now I have two angles. Again, I'm going to use tan theta formula. I'm going to so we have two triangles, so I'm just parting two ways. So what is the first triangle? Triangle ABD. The other triangle that you have is triangle ABC. So now let's first look at the formula that I'm going to use for both. Same formula I'm going to use that I've used in the last question. Same formula I'm going to use for both. The formula is tan theta is equal to OHA. So tan theta is equal to OA. So now in triangle ABD, tan theta is equal to, what is tan theta? What is theta in the first triangle? Theta is 60. What is the opposite side of 60? It is 100. And what is A? So this is O, right? Right opposite to theta. This is H and this is A. So what is A in this case? In the smaller triangle, it is A is B, D. So go into the table quickly, trigonometry table, and see what is the value of tan 60. Tan 60 value is always root 3. 100 B, D. So what is the value of B, D? In your case, it is 100 root 3. Okay. So this is the value of your B, D. Now, next, again I'm going to use the same formula, tan theta is equal to O upon A in the bigger triangle, ABC. Now in ABC, your theta is 30, your opposite side is again same 100, and your adjacent side is BC, the entire adjacent side, BC. Okay, so tan theta go into the table, tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. So your BC value is, BC goes this side and root 3 comes in the multiplication. So you have BD, you have BC. You have BD and you have BC. Correct? So let me just draw this line for you again here. So you have B, you have D, and you have C. So I know one thing, students. I know one thing, that BC or CB you say. If you see CB, you say CB is equal to CD plus DB. Okay, I'm just writing it as so that there's no confusion. CB can also be written as BC. CD can also be written as DC, and DB can be written as BD. Okay, so you have BD. So you have BD. Okay, you have BD. Then do you have DC? Okay. Oh no, you don't have DC. BC you have. Okay, BC you have. Now to find DC, what I'm going to do is 100 root 3. This plus goes this side, becomes minus. Correct? Okay. Now look at this very carefully. Cross multiplication is what I'm doing. Upon 1, let me consider. So this multiplied by this multiplied by this. So 100 root 3 into root 3 minus 100 into 1 is 100 upon 1 into root 3. Root 3 is equal to DC. So root 3 into root 3 is pure 3. Root 3 into root 3 is pure 3. So 300 minus 100 is 200 upon root 3. Now what is DC? DC, come to the question, as I had said that we are going to ignore this 2 minutes. Let's not ignore these 2 minutes now. So DC. So first it was driving for X minutes. Then this man was driving. It's not driving, it's a rowing. You row the boat. So X was his rowing time, and then after that for DC he took 2 minutes. So DC is 2x. So in place of DC I am writing 2x. Okay, so x is equal to 200. This 2 and multiply comes in divide. So 2 ones are 200s are. So your answer of x is 100 upon root 3. So this is your answer. What did I do? I drew the figure. Then I took two triangles using tan theta formula. I compared. Then I knew I bifurcated a line for you. And then 2x was very important. Where this 2x came from 2 minutes. Okay. Now I'm keeping the entire question here, just sliding it down. Whoever wants to take a screenshot can take it. Moving on to the next question again from trigonometry. Very simple question again, provided you know the formula. So the whole square I see. So the whole square is a formula that I've learned in early days in my childhood. A plus b the whole square formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here is a, here's b, here's a, here's b. So quickly I'm going to expand using this formula. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Correct? This is the bracket and then this plus sign. Okay, then I'm going to expand this part, which is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay. Now you look at this very interesting part. Let me keep sine square theta as it is. 2 sine theta as it is. Cosec formula. Cosec is 1 upon sine. So this sign gets cut. Again, this I'm keeping same. This I'm keeping same. Now come here. Again, an interesting part. 2 cos theta keeping same. Sec theta formula is 1 upon cos. So this and this gets cancelled. Plus sec square theta. Correct? Now, what do I have is sine square theta plus 2, because all this gets cancelled, right? Plus cosec square theta plus cos square theta plus 2, because all this is cancelled, plus sec square theta. Can I say that 2 plus 2 is 4? I'm writing it here. Okay. Now one more interesting fact I know, one more interesting formula I know is sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Correct? Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So what remains is cosec square theta plus sec square theta. Now again time to apply formula. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now this formula, cosec square formula I know is 1 plus cot square theta plus sec square formula also I know. Go and refer your formula sheet. It is 1 plus tan square theta. Again, can I write 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7 plus cot square theta plus tan square theta. This is what you wanted to prove, hence proved. Go to the question and see. 7 plus tan square theta plus cot square theta. That is what you wanted to prove. 7 plus tan square theta plus cot square theta. Yes, here is your proof. So now I am keeping the question on the screen, the entire question, so that if someone wants to take the screenshot all at once. Okay, so here goes your question. Now last question from the chapter trigonometry. Here yours question. Again a simple question if you know the formula. What I want to prove is this part is equal to 2. Let's see if we can prove that this part is equal to 2. Use whatever formula you know, right? I don't like cot, sec, tan. I want just sine and cos. So let me convert everything in sine and cos. Cot formula is cos upon sine. Sec is 1 upon sine. Okay. Tan is sine upon cos. So I am converting everything in term of sine and cos. And sec is 1 upon cos. Okay. I highly suggest that you practice formula every day. Make a formula sheet in which you practice. Okay. So now here I have sine A. Here I have sine A. Here I don't have sine A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply sine A here. And I'm going to multiply sine A here. So multiply divide by sine A. So can I write sine A only once now? Of course I can. I did multiply divide by sine A in the first step. So that I can write common denominator. So here I have sine A, I have cos A, and I have minus 1. Similarly here, you have cos here, you have cos here, but you don't have cos here. No problem. Multiply divide by cos. So can I write cos only once in the denominator because the denominator is same now? Cos into 1 is cos plus sine A plus 1. Okay, so fair enough. So now, if you look at this very carefully, what you see is, consider this as one term, sine A plus cos A, and consider this as one term, sine A plus cos A. Can I say that this is equal to this? This is A, so this is also A, minus this is B, this is plus, this is B. So there is a formula of a minus b, a plus b, which is a square minus b square. In this case, your a is sine a plus cos a minus, what is your b? B is 1. So I have applied a formula which is a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. So this is in the form a minus b into a plus b. So in place of a minus b into a plus b, I have written a square minus b square upon sine a into cos a. Now expand it. A square plus a plus b the whole square formula. A plus a square plus 2ab plus b square minus 1 upon sine a cos a. Okay, one thing I know is sine square plus cos square is 1. Do I know this formula? In all questions we have done it today. Sine square plus cos square is 1. 2 sine a cos a minus 1 as it is. 2 sine a cos a. Plus 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. 2 gets cancelled. Sine gets cancelled. Cos. So here you don't have to. Here you don't have to. So sine gets cancelled. Cos gets cancelled. So what remains is what do I know? Sine square plus cos square is 1. 2 sine a cos a minus 1. We have done this formula a lot, right? Today sine square plus cos square is 1. And this remains as it is. Plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. Sine gets cancelled. Cos gets cancelled. Only thing that remains is 2. This is what I wanted to prove. Correct? Now let's look at the questions from AP. Okay, very simple questions from AP. He's asking me कि we have to show they are in AP. It's very simple to show in AP. You will have to have difference between consecutive terms as equal. So what I'm going to do is this minus this, a square plus b square minus a minus b the whole square should be equal to this minus this, a plus b square minus a square plus b square. Okay, so this minus this is the first step is equal to this minus this. If this comes equal, then you can say that they are in AP. So let's try it out. This will remain as it is. I can't do anything of this. Minus. Always respect the minus sign and put a bracket. Then a minus b the whole square formula everyone knows. A square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to. Then a plus b the whole square formula everyone knows. So let's just first solve this side only. Then a square plus b square. Minus sign goes inside, changes all the signs. Minus sign becomes plus sign and plus sign becomes minus sign. So now plus a square minus a square cancel. Plus b square minus b square cancel. Remains 2ab. Okay. Now let's look here. Do we get 2ab here also? Let's see. Everyone knows formula a plus b the whole square. A square plus 2ab plus b square minus sign. Put a bracket. So bracket changes everything. A square plus becomes minus. Bracket minus sign outside bracket changes every sign inside. A square plus A square minus A square cancel, plus B square minus B square cancel, remains 2AB. 2AB, 2AB. Therefore, they are in AP. AP questions are pretty simple. Now, next question that has come in 2020 again. You see that the sum of four consecutive numbers in AP is 32. And the ratio of product of first and the last term to the product of two middle terms is 7:15. Find the numbers. So let's just focus on the first part of the question, which is the sum of the four consecutive numbers. Okay. So let's first assume what are the four numbers. Assumption. Let the four consecutive numbers be a minus 3d, a minus d. So you always have to assume whenever he says that four consecutive numbers, you have to assume this only. Okay, a plus d, and the fourth consecutive numbers is a plus 3d. Okay, now let's look in the question. Sum of all four is 32. So sum of all these four is 32. So let me just write this. Sum of all these four is 32 is what he's saying in the question. Okay, now let's add them up. A, 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 A. 4 times becomes 4A, correct? Then look at this very carefully. Minus 3D plus 3D cancel. Minus D plus D cancel. Is equal to 32. A is equal to 32 upon 4, which is A is equal to 8. So A value I got from here. Now let's look at the other part of the question. He says a ratio. Ratio means what? Like this I'll write. Okay. Ratio of what? First and last term. So what is the first term? This. What is the last term? This. First and last term. First and last term. 2. 2 means division sign 2. Product of two middle terms. So these are the two middle terms. This product is how much? Is 7 is to 15. So it is 7 is to 15. Okay, not to worry. I know one thing. Again, the reverse formula I had taught you in the trigo question we had used is a plus b, a minus b. Is it looking like a plus b, a minus b? What is the formula? A square minus b square. So in the numerator, what is your a? A is a only. A square minus. What is your b? B is 3d. 3d square. In denominator, same you have a plus b, a minus b. So you can apply a square minus d square is equal to 7 upon 15. A square minus 3 square 9 d square upon a square minus d square is equal to 7 to 15. Now I'm going to do cross multiplication. 15 multiplied by this and 7 multiplied by this. So 7a square minus 7d square is equal to 15a square minus 15 nines are 512. 15 nines are 135. 135d square. Okay. Now dd one side, aa other side. 7a square. Let's take 7a square. 7 is small, so we'll take it this side. 15a square plus 7a square comes here, becomes minus 7a square. Minus 135 goes here, becomes plus 135, and this is as it is. So you cannot add a square with d square. You have to add a square with a square only. So 15 minus 7 is equal to 135 minus 7. So you have 8a square is equal to 128b square. We have found the value of a. What is the value of a? What is the a? A is 8. So a into, in place of a I'm writing 8. Okay, d I still don't know. 8 square 64. 64 8s are 64 8s are 512. So d square is equal to, see, I am not even skipping one step. I am telling you in all the details possible. Okay, 128 4s are 512. So d is therefore 2. Square goes that side, becomes square root. So you have a, you have d. You have a, you have d. Now you will have to substitute in these four terms. You've got a as 8, you've got d as 2. Now you have to substitute in these terms. A minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, a plus 3d. You'll have to substitute the value of a. So a goes here, 8 minus 3 into 2, 8 minus 2, 8 plus 2, 8 plus 3 into 2. So you get your answers this way. 8 minus 6, 2, 6, 10, 8 plus 6, 14. So this is your answer. Correct? So what question of your AP? If the sum of four terms, sum. Okay, so sum formula. What is the sum formula? Sum formula is Sn is equal to n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So I know this formula. Okay, now with one word I have found this formula. Okay, sum is 40. Sum, and that first 14 terms is 280. Find the sum of the first n terms. Okay. Now, what I know from this is that sum of four terms is 40. Correct? So sum of four terms is 40. So n is 4, sum of four terms is 40. So I'm just looking at this part. Okay. A I don't know, D I don't know. But I know n. 4 2s are. Correct? So this multiply 2 becomes divide. 2a and 4 minus 1 3d. So you get 1s are 2s are. So you get 20 is equal to 2a plus 3d. This was the first part of your question. Now the second part. 14 terms is 280. So again the same formula, 280, and here this time your n is 14. Look at the question again. Sum of 14 terms is 280. Okay, again I don't know a, I don't know d. What is n? N is 14. So 2 1s are 2 7s are. Correct? So now when you bring down this 7 here, 280 divided by 7, 2a, 14 minus 1 13, 7 1s are 7 4s are. So 40 is equal to 2a plus 13d. So you have these two equations. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 2 minus 1. So let me write 2 here first. 2 minus 1. What is 1? 20 is equal to 2a plus 3d. 20 is equal to 2a plus 3d. So I'm going to do minus. 40 minus 20. 20. 2a minus 2a is 0. 13 minus 3, 10. So 20 is equal to 0 plus anything is that number only. D is equal to 20 upon 10. Multiply 10 goes that side, becomes divide. So D is equal to 2. D you got as 2. Put anywhere and you will get A value also. D you got as 2. Put in any equation. Let me put here in the first equation. D I know it is 2. A I don't know. D I just got as 2. So I've just put value of D here. 20 is equal to 2A. 3 2s are 6. Plus 6 goes that side, becomes minus 6. 20 minus 6 will give you 14. So therefore A is equal to 14 upon 2, 7. So you have A, you have D. This is not, I think this is not what you wanted to find. Again, see what you had to find. Find the sum of first n terms. So this time you know A, you know D. A, how much you calculated? 7. D, how much you calculated? 2. Now in the question he is asking me sum of n terms. So again the same formula. This time I don't know n. That is what he is asking me. He is asking me, it's okay, you don't know n, you just find sum of n terms. So this becomes n upon 2. So what I can do is, see, look at this step now. 2 is outside the bracket. So this 2, this 2, this 2, all 2 can get cancelled. N 7 plus n minus 1, which will give you n 7 minus 1, 6 plus n, which will give you n into 6, 6n, n into n square. So you understood the question is broken down into 3 parts. First part was sum of 4 terms was 40. Sum of 4 terms was 40. Second part was sum of 14 terms. Sum of 14 terms was 280. And the third part was sum of n terms is what? So for that I will have to find A and D. So first I found out A and D, and then the question was sum of n terms. So n I have to keep as it is. N I don't have to find. Now only one question had come from probability, that too such a easy question. Mostly probability questions have come for 1 mark. If you have not seen my part 1 and part 2, they are about 1 mark questions. So now look at this question. Probability of x square less than equal to 4. So x square is there. So let me square all of this. Let me just write the question. Let me square. So minus 3 square is positive only. Negative square is always positive. So minus 2 square is 4. Minus 1 square is 1. 0 square is 0. 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9. Now look at the question. Look at the question. Less than equal to 4. Less than 4 and equal to 4 will also do. So equal to 4 is this. This is less than 4. This is less than 4. This is less than 4. This is less than equal to 4. So how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Correct? But what he is asked me to find is probability. Now always in probability, in the denominator you have to write total. So 5 upon, how much is the total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So your probability is 5 upon 7. Very simple question. Okay, probability only one question has come. I have explained all the questions in great detailed lengths. So stay tuned for part 4 of this video, which will complete your 2020-2019 chapters. See you in the next part.